Mistake has run his own dog over because he looks so sad all the time.
Right.
He must be buzzing inside. What justification for his change tonight?
I mean, you got to give credit to where credit is due. To be the manager of this Portuguese team and also to leave one of your best players in the last decades out on the bench, that says something about the willingness, you know, to think in the team effort. And that Leon kid, that Gomez kid that comes in, shows exactly the energy that you want to see as a manager. And scoring the first goal, that's the reaction you want to see. And,
magnificent.
And he's one for the future. Only made his first start last month, and they come on this stage in the last 16 and be for this significant importance. That is unbelievable. I mean, credit to the coach and credit for the young kid to perform in the first half.
33 minutes of international football, and it takes him 17 minutes in this game to open the score.
It's been a problem. Held the ball up well, some nice touches, but that goal was, like Ali said, for me, when you look at it, far too much space here. When you look for João Felix in the game he's having, he's really showing what he's capable of. That's unbelievable. When you look at it from this side, João Felix, like I said, has got far too much space. But once Ramos gets it, you almost see the defender saying, "Go on then," because there's no way you're going to get it in that side of the goal at that angle. So he's kind of not even putting his foot out. But he smashes this. This is just pure exuberance of youth. Just saying, I'm just going to hit that. I'm going to hit that right on target.
Do you think this is complacency by the defender?
Well, I think that
I mean, you cannot leave that ball.
He doesn't believe he's going to get that crossing.
No, I don't think he thinks he can score.
And this one, I think with this one, with the way this ball comes through, I'm thinking he's going to let it come round it on your right foot and just slot it over there where the goalie is. Because the goalie's coming across on his side. You see him there? So if he opens his body up, then he can just whip it in that side. But, you know, we're talking 21, 33 minutes, and it's a brilliant goal he scored.
He'll learn.
Absolutely learn.
He's so direct, isn't he? He's giving them a focal point.
Massive problem.
There is 18 years difference between the two goal scorers. Pepe is the oldest ever scorer in a knockout game of the World Cup. Roger Miller was older, who scored in the group stages as well. Talk us through the header and what Switzerland were doing in terms of their marking or not.
Well, he attacks it brilliantly, Pepe, but I said the other day I felt really comfortable having played man-to-man all my life on corners, that this new zonal system of having played players across the box was the right way. But Fernandez there, who's the blocker on the penalty spot, he has to block that run of Pepe to not allow Pepe onto Akanji and Cher. Once he gets past him, I mean, he gets up so early, Pepe. Cher gets underneath it. He's had a difficult first half, and Akanji can't get across, but the header is fantastic. It really is.
It is bad defending. You know, it is really bad defending.
They're going to have to surely go back to 4-2-3-1 simply because they're playing with the 5 at the back. Xhaka's dropping in there. There's so much space for Bernardo Silva. Felix, who's having an unbelievable game, and you know, to run into and do all this. It's like they're literally, I don't know what they're doing. They're going to have to change that.
Some flowers blossom when they're no longer in the shade.
We got
is that what's going on?
Another English phrase, yeah?
Just thinking about Felix just suddenly looks, and listen, you've all played with brilliant players, and sometimes
definitely.
You are a little bit intimidated, even subconsciously. I've got to give them the ball, whatever. Suddenly they're puffing out their chest.
Yeah, but that is something also that you find also in a squad with young players. Now all of a sudden, you know, they're given in a position that they feel importance by a coach. Yeah. And sometimes when the bigger player in that occasion sits on the bench, you know, the hierarchy changes.
Yes.
And not because he's not important anymore, but on the pitch, the coach trusts you to do the job for him.
I think they've got to try with Felix. He's just going wandering. If they can get it right this half, Switzerland, they can really get some stuff going down on their right-hand side when he vacates that space. They've got to do something. Because if they carry on like this, they're going to get another 2 or 3. And I know them two made me say Switzerland. And I didn't want it because I saw this.
Now it's off.
The hand up your back, haven't you? Like a little puppet. Competition time would be tight. We thought it might go to extra time and penalties. Congratulations to Fernando Santos, first and foremost, for that brave choice, Gary.
Absolutely. It could have gone badly wrong for him tonight, and we predicted before the game that we thought Switzerland would do well, but Portugal, you know, it's purring this tournament now. You think about how Brazil played last night, Portugal tonight, England, France. The teams have obviously played weaker opposition. It's the last chance they're going to get to play weaker opposition. He took a chance, Santos, you know, not just leaving out Cristiano Ronaldo, but Neves, Cancelo. But Cristiano Ronaldo was the big one, and it's paid off for him in abundance because he's put in a brilliant team performance. They were outstanding, Portugal.
This is a remarkable story. He played 33 minutes of international football, Ramos. He hadn't started a game before tonight. He's the youngest World Cup hat-trick scorer for 60 years here.
Yeah, and it was very impressive. He played a lot. He played very well. Scored a hat-trick, and obviously take all the headlines, and rightly so. But his hold-up play and everything was brilliant. But like the first goal, it kind of like set the stall for him, because he scores a goal here, guys, that he's not meant to score, but he's hit it so well. He's hit it so early, so well. He's not meant to score in that side of the goal, but he's done it, and that kind of set them on the road, really.
Yeah, fantastic. No, I have to say, I was very pleased to see that as well. You know, as a young kid coming into a game like this, you know, it's a lot of pressure on his shoulders because he's replacing Cristiano Ronaldo. But I mean, that was gone. But look at this. This is something that you would do.
I like the near post.
You didn't like the near post move. That little ding there with his left. And you know what I like about him? He's two-footed.
Yes.
He can play left and right. I mean, he's touched with his right foot and then finished with his left. And then this one here.
This is one of your favorites.
Pure class, because he's in total control. You know, he's had good touches of the football. The goalkeeper can't get there because he's looking for a bad touch, and then he's just dinked it beautifully, and it's brilliant. It's icing on the cake from cherry on the top.
Switzerland had more holes in their defence than in a Swiss cheese tonight, Gary, didn't they? But they really took advantage. And João Felix, I think we've all enjoyed watching him, but maybe the shadow of Ronaldo, maybe the chains of Diego Simeone Atletico, but tonight he was happiness personified.
He really was. I mean, a massive price tag a good few years ago now, going to Atletico Madrid, and it's just never really happened for him. And you're thinking, what type of player is he? You know, where's his best position? Is he a midfield player? Is he a wide player? And you see him tonight, he's doing his absolute best. He's delivering with real quality. He's feeding passes in. He's linking play. He's looking over his shoulder.
This run here, Gal.
Fantastic. I mean, this was brilliant.
You know what he reminds me of today? About Ricardo Kaká.
Wow.
The way how he played, the way how he picked players in between the lines, his runs that he made, but being so crucial for also, you know, the passes he gave, and in the final passes. I mean, this link-up play was fantastic. I think Portugal have a bright future with these guys up top.
Well, the future is now. I was lucky enough to watch Brazil last night.
Yeah.
They were as good as Brazil last night.
Yeah, they were.
You'd have to give them as much of a chance as Brazil, wouldn't you?
Oh, without a doubt. And I think if Cristiano Ronaldo he can look at his team and think from back to front, this team's got, what I saw there tonight, that's a team that can easily go the way. And he could still really contribute to this team without maybe having to do so much, because this team can do it without him. They've proved that before in the Euros, and they've done it today. They were dynamic without him. If he just gets it all right in his head, he can be the one that he can still end up scoring a winning goal from in the final.
Ian, it's worth mentioning there was a picture doing the rounds on social media in the first half, which looked like he was miserable on the bench after they scored the first two goals. He celebrated like crazy for the first two goals, and to be fair, I've given him a bit of criticism for sulking. He wasn't sulking. He went and celebrated with Pepe, with Ramos on both goals, and it looked like, to be fair, on social media he was miserable on the bench. That's not the case.
That's not fair. Nigel, how important was it that he got minutes? How cute a move was that from Santos, maybe to make him still feel involved? And I know it's easy to do when you're 4-1, 5-1 up, but how important was that, do you think?
It is really important, you know, especially with a player for that stage as well in your squad. It's not always what happens on the football pitch, also off the pitch. You need to keep that harmony and that atmosphere. And he's such an influence figure in that squad. So you need to keep him happy. You need to give him minutes. And it was also the game for it to give him minutes. Obviously, he didn't score. He was searching for the goal, but at the end of the day, it's not about his